Get the definitive guide to nightlife and clubs in your area. Log on via BBC1 at bbc.co.uk/where I live.
Pure adrenaline.
OK, let's shock him.
All clear. Shocking at 200.
Could have done something about it if I'd have kept on top of things.
The UK's most popular medical series is back.
Do something!
Life and death drama.
He cannot die, Dylan. He absolutely cannot die.
Casualty starts Saturday 8:15 BBC1.
Just before we join BBC News 24, a late look at the weather with David Brain.
Hello again and welcome to Weather View. Now, last night I was talking about the fact that the Atlantic hurricane season had been quite quiet. Well, as soon as I said that, we now have the first hurricane of the season off the eastern seaboard of the United States. Now, you can see from the satellite picture there's a big lump of cloud there. It's already produced some quite wet weather in the eastern side of Canada, and that's the problem, I think, for the next 24 hours or so. The storm has reached hurricane force, but it will quieten down over the next 12 hours or so. It started off east of the Carolinas in the United States, now moving north, and I think over the next 12 hours it'll no longer be a hurricane, but still produce some very wet weather and some very windy weather off the eastern seaboard of Canada. So it's Canada that's going to get clobbered by Gustav, as I say, the first hurricane of the season. It'll soon revert back to being a tropical storm as the winds ease, but even so, that northeastern corner of Canada tonight is going to see heavy rain and also gale force winds for a time. Let's move somewhere a little bit quieter, and that's across parts of Africa. You can see either side of equatorial Africa there's a lot of dry weather, but at this time of year we do see some quite hefty downpours of rain. I'll give you an example. Here in the Gulf of Guinea, Doula has seen 158 millimetres of rain in the space of just 24 hours. And typically at this time of year we do see these heavy downpours of rain. Now then, let's look a little further north into the Mediterranean, where we're likely to see some heavy showers here as well, particularly across parts of the northern half of the Mediterranean. A cluster of storms we had earlier through the evening, they're still going to be around overnight tonight and possibly still around tomorrow as well. But the clear skies across a large part of Scandinavia into the north of Europe have led to some pretty high temperatures. And here in Denmark we've seen 24, that was Wednesday's high. 17 is the average, so that's pretty good, but things starting to cool down. Over the next few days, cooler air moves out of northern Norway, slips its way southwards, reaches Denmark, in fact reaches much of northern Europe, including ourselves, so make the most of the warmth we're likely to see over the next few days. Now, the reason for that change is just the movement of this area of high pressure, and at the moment it's going to move westwards and then sink southwards, but the gradual trend of that high pressure is to move a little bit further out into the Atlantic, and that allows northerly winds around that side of that high to bring us cooler and fresher air. So to start the day on Thursday, we'll find a fair amount of cloud, a bit misty and murky, a few hill fog patches to watch out for as well. But then through the morning into the afternoon it'll brighten up, the sunshine getting through, and that'll give us some pretty good temperatures. 20 degrees across parts of Scotland, 20 in Northern Ireland, maybe 23 or 24 in the more southern parts of England. Now, it could get even warmer on Friday, 25, that's 77 in Fahrenheit for most of us, some sunshine as well. Again, disappointingly cloudy around the North Sea coast, and a bit of mist here that's going to be reluctant to shift, I think, as we move into the weekend. And come the weekend, that cooler air starts to arrive, and it will be breezy along the English Channel coast on both Friday and Saturday, somewhat less windy as we move into Sunday, but still a lot of fine dry weather around. And of course you can find out more on CFAX or our website. Bye for now.
Welcome back to Steal-a-thon. As you can see, we've already raised millions this year, but we need more. And remember, we prefer plastic.
Hold on, Governor. Mrs. Davis of Gwent has kindly donated her whole bank account.
Thank you, Mrs. Davis. Let's keep on giving to the greedy. Oops, I mean needy.
Millions are lost every year through credit card fraud. Look after your card. It's worth more than cash to a thief.
Be more careless with your card today.
Crime. Together we'll crack it.
Yes! Think about something you really want to do with your life, with your future.
This is me, what? It's not every day we get a flash motor like this, is it? Come on! This is a buzz, bro!
Award-winning drama.
You know what this is?
else will be all right with you. Do you understand?
How do you feel about this place so far?
Scared.
I knew I'd come to your window!
Hi, you, Mum.
What you're doing ain't right.
I really would like someone to have a look at him. Just make sure that he's all right.
Out of Control. Sunday at 9:25.
This is a BBC News 24 special programme to mark the anniversary of the events of September the 11th. Good evening, I'm Peter Dobby. In America and all over the world, people have today been remembering the terrible events of September the 11th, 2001, when terrorists killed more than 3,000 people in attacks in New York, Washington and Pennsylvania. President Bush said it was a day to remember every life that had been lost, and he vowed that America would win the war against terrorism. Mr. Bush visited all 3 sites hit by the terror attacks. He arrived by helicopter in New York this evening and, accompanied by his wife Laura, visited the heart of Ground Zero to place a wreath. He spent more than an hour meeting police, firefighters and the families of those who died to offer his sympathy. Later tonight, he'll address the nation from the site of the Statue of Liberty. Well, much of the day's focus has been at Ground Zero, where families have for the first time been allowed to stand on the site where their loved ones died. Kirsty Lang is there. Kirsty.
Thank you, Peter. Well, in about 15 minutes' time, world leaders will meet in Battery Park, that's near here, for one of the main ceremonies of the day, to light an eternal flame to remember the dead. But it's been a day of solemn remembrance right across America. The natural focus of the nation's tributes has been here in New York at Ground Zero. There have been minutes of silence, soft words of sympathy, and tough presidential warnings about the continuing war on terror. Above all, 12 months on, it's been a day of intense emotion. Matt Fry has been watching those events.
Remember, it was on a perfect late summer's day, just like this one, that the unthinkable happened. Much has been said and written about how the world changed exactly 1 year ago. But this morning, it was private grief that mattered. This was one of 5 processions led by pipers from the fire brigade heading to Ground Zero. A year ago, at this very